So picture this. It's 200,000 years ago. You're standing in the African savanna, completely naked except for maybe some leaves you tied around your waist. You look to your left, and there's a lion that can run 50 miles per hour and has claws that could literally slice you open like a birthday present. You look to your right, and there's a cheetah that makes that lion look slow. You look up, and there's a bird that could probably carry off your kids. And then there's you. No claws, no fangs, can't even run that fast. You're basically a sweaty, anxious monkey that decided standing on two legs was a good idea. By every metric, you should be dead. Extinct. A footnote in Earth's history. But plot twist, we won. We dominated this planet. And I'm about to tell you how the weakest apex predator in history pulled off the greatest comeback story ever told. We are hilariously weak. All right, let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Humans are pathetic. I'm serious. We are embarrassingly weak compared to literally every other animal our size. A chimpanzee, which is smaller than the average human, is about 1.5 times stronger than us pound for pound. And some studies say they're up to 4 times stronger. That means a 150-pound chimp could absolutely destroy a 200-pound human in a fight. And chimps will legitimately rip your face off. There's documented cases of this. It's horrifying, but it gets worse. We can't fly. We can't breathe underwater. We don't have venom. We don't have armor. We don't even have fur to keep us warm. We're just naked all the time. Like we showed up to Earth's costume party in our underwear and everyone else came dressed as dinosaurs. Our senses? Trash. Dogs can smell things we can't even imagine. Eagles can see a rabbit from 2 miles away. Bats have literal sonar. And us? We can barely see in the dark without tripping over our own feet. We're basically the participation trophy of the animal kingdom. Oh, and get this. We die if we don't drink water for 3 days. 3 days! Camels can go 2 weeks without water. We overheat in the sun. We get sunburned. We can literally trip on a rock and break a bone that puts us out of commission for months. We are fragile. So with all of this against us, how did we not only survive, but completely take over the planet? Well, buckle up, because the answer is equal parts genius and terrifying. Here's the thing about humans that changes everything. We have this absolutely ridiculous organ called a brain. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, all animals have brains, sure. But the human brain is different. It's only about 2% of our body weight, but it uses 20% of our energy. That's insane. It's like having a gaming PC running inside your skull 24/7, even when you're sleeping. Your brain is literally rage quitting your sleep cycle to process random memories from middle school. Thanks, brain. But here's what makes our brain special. We don't just react to things, we plan. We imagine futures that don't exist yet. We think about what could happen, not just what is happening right now. Let me give you an example. A lion sees a zebra and thinks, food, chase, eat. That's it. It's immediate. It's instinct. A human sees a zebra and thinks, okay, if I sharpen this stick and I get those 5 guys over there and we coordinate our movements and we chase it toward that cliff, we can not only kill, but we'll have enough food for a week. Also, we should probably save some of the bones to make tools later. That's a completely different level of thinking. That's strategy. That's planning. That's delayed gratification. And it's a massive advantage. This is what separates us from every other species on Earth. While they're living in the present moment, we're out here playing 4D chess with the entire ecosystem. We're thinking 3 steps ahead. We're problem solving in real time. And the craziest part? This ability to think abstractly is what allowed us to develop language, culture, and eventually TikTok. So, you know, wins and losses. Okay, so big brains are cool and all, but they're not enough on their own. You know what really puts humans over the top? We're insanely good at working together. And I don't just mean like wolf pack cooperation or ant colony cooperation. I mean humans cooperate on a level that is genuinely bizarre when you think about it. We have language, not just grunts and screams, but complex, abstract language. We can describe things that don't exist. We can tell stories about the past. We can plan for the future. We can share information across generations. Think about how crazy that is. If a monkey learns how to crack open a nut with a rock, that's impressive. But that monkey has to teach its kids directly, and those kids have to teach their kids, and so on. If one generation messes up the teaching, that knowledge is gone forever. Humans? We write it down. We make YouTube tutorials, we have schools, we have books, we have your weird uncle who won't shut up about how to change your oil even though you drive an electric car now. The point is, we can pass knowledge down effortlessly. That's a cheat code. But here's where it gets really interesting. We cooperate with strangers. Bees will die for their hive, but that's because they're all related. Wolves hunt in packs, but those are family units. Humans? We'll work together with people we've never met, from completely different cultures, speaking different languages, just because we agreed on some shared goal or belief. We build cities cities with millions of people. We create nations. We form corporations. We have entire systems of cooperation that involve thousands, sometimes millions of people working toward a common goal, and none of them are related to each other. That's absolutely wild. We're basically a hive mind, but with better memes and worse decision-making skills. All right, let's talk about the real game changer here. Tools. Every animal on Earth has to work with what evolution gave them. If you're a cheetah, you're fast. If you're a lion, you're strong. If you're a bird, you can fly. That's it. That's your hand, and you play it. Humans looked at their hand and said, "This sucks." We're making our own cards. We make tools. And not just simple tools. We make tools to make other tools. We make tools to make tools to make other tools. It's tools all the way down. We're out here speed-running evolution with technology. Can't run fast? Invent the wheel. Can't fly? Build a plane. Can't survive the cold? Make clothes. Make fire. Build a house. Install central heating. Argue with your roommate about the thermostat setting. And let's talk about fire for a second, because fire is huge. We're the only species that deliberately creates and controls fire. Think about how insane that is. Every other animal on Earth runs away from fire. We run toward it. We make it. We use it to cook food, stay warm, scare away predators, and eventually make s'mores. Fire alone changed everything for humans. Cooking food meant we could digest nutrients better, which meant our brains could grow even bigger. Fire kept us warm in climates we had no business surviving in. Fire scared away predators at night. It's literally magic from the perspective of every other animal. And it doesn't stop there. We went from sharpened rocks to smartphones in like 100,000 years. We invented agriculture. We invented medicine. We invented the internet so we could argue with strangers about whether a hot dog is a sandwich. Other species evolve over millions of years. Humans just build stuff. We're hacking the game. Okay, here's one of my favorite facts about humans, and it's genuinely terrifying when you think about it. We are persistence hunters. Now, I know I said earlier that we're slow, and that's true. In a sprint, a cheetah will smoke us in a race. A horse will destroy us in a 100-meter dash. But over long distances, over hours of running, we're unstoppable. Humans have the best endurance of almost any land mammal. We can run for hours. Hours. And the reason for this is because we have something most animals don't. We sweat. Sweating is actually rare in the animal kingdom. Most animals have to stop running and pant to cool down. Horses sweat a little, but not like us. Humans? We sweat like it's our job, and that means we can cool down while we're moving. This is where the persistence hunting comes in. Ancient humans would literally chase animals until they collapsed from exhaustion. The animal would sprint away, and we'd just keep jogging and jogging and jogging, like a horror movie villain that never stops. Imagine being a gazelle. You see this weird, hairless ape in the distance. You sprint away at 60 miles per hour. You're gone. You're safe. You stop to catch your breath, and then you see it again. Still coming. Slowly. Steadily. Just jogging toward you. You run again. You're even more tired now. You stop. You pant. You think you're safe. Nope. There it is again. Still coming. Not fast, but it never stops. Eventually, you're so exhausted, so overheated, that you just collapse. And that's when the human finally catches up and kills you. We're the terminators of the natural world. We don't have to be faster. We just have to outlast you. And we will. Every single time. That's genuinely horrifying. We hunted animals to death through sheer stubbornness. Here's something else that's crazy about humans. We live everywhere. Penguins live in Antarctica. Camels live in deserts. Polar bears live in the Arctic. Each species is specialized for one environment. Humans, we said all of the above. We live in the Arctic tundra. We live in the Sahara Desert. We live in the Amazon rainforest. We live on mountains. We live underground in mines. We live on oil rigs in the middle of the ocean. We've put people in space. We're literally living off the planet now. How is this possible? Because we're not specialized for any particular environment. We're specialized for adaptation. When the environment changes, most species go extinct. Humans just change our behavior. Ice age coming? Make warmer clothes. Drought? Invent irrigation. Predators? Build walls. Volcano exploded? Move and then come back later, because apparently we're stubborn. We're the Honda Civic of animals. Not the best at any one thing, but reliable everywhere. Our biology barely changes, but our culture changes constantly. And that cultural evolution happens way faster than biological evolution. That's our secret weapon. We don't wait millions of years for natural selection to give us thicker fur. We just make a coat. Problem solved. Now, here's where things get a bit heavy, and I think it's important to address. Everything I've talked about so far, our intelligence, our cooperation, our tool making, our persistence, these are the reasons we survived. But they're also the reasons we're kind of dangerous. We're so good at adapting and surviving that we've actually become a threat to the planet itself. We've driven countless species to extinction. We've changed the climate. We've created weapons that could end all life on Earth if we wanted to. The same brain that figured out how to make fire also figured out how to make nuclear bombs. bombs. The same cooperation that built cities also built wars. The same persistence that let us chase down prey also let us chase down, well, each other. We're not just survivors, we're apex survivors. And that comes with responsibility that, honestly, we're still figuring out how to handle. But that's a topic for another video. Alright, that's it for this episode. If this made you think differently about being human, or if you just thought this was cool, smash that like button. It genuinely helps the channel. Subscribe if you want more videos about topics that'll make you go, wait, what? Drop a comment with what topic you want me to cover next. Seriously, I read them all. See ya. Peace.